That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On play action, they'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go!
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're 1st place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And they give this time to the tailback. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff looking right. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run on the draw. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. As they run the counter play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Hard throw. Incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They're in the second quarter at Heinz Field. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Watch it now, Marty. Leopard, now let's go. Blue line it. Gone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up.
Back to the Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to forcing the completion.
They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you're right in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now the Packers get set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll look to throw here. Room here to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throw now on first down. Now he's forced out left. Out left here, it's complete to Wheaton. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The quick slant caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run a draw here on second down. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll send Wheaton in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Play clock winding down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Whoosh. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Brought in by Wheaton. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now let's go. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go. What?
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he lost the football.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Gun.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go, 3rd-and-1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's go.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a solid run down inside the 30. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd-and-1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd-and-1, but Their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll go with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise, just don't do it.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Atlanta, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.